Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Abiodun Mustafa. I hope you are getting so much value from this YouTube channel and you have done well to subscribe. And today I will be sharing on 15 things you should do before every semester as an undergraduate student. 15 things you should do before every semester as an undergraduate student. And this is specifically for undergrad students who currently are on break or planning to go on break and just do not know what to do during their break period before resuming into the new semester. So I see a couple of undergraduate students who are always like, I don't even know what to do with my break. I don't even understand what I can do. I don't even understand where to go about it and all of that. So this video would really help you know what you should do before every semester as an undergraduate student. So this is very, 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 very important. Now, are you ready to learn? So you can do well before we go into the session. Share this video with your friends, let them also learn. Or do you know any undergraduate student anywhere across the world where you're situated or beyond where you're situated? You can share the link of this video with them and you'll be offering them lots of value by doing so. You'll be doing them a lot of good. Now, what's my number one? Number one is to do a personality test and a personality evaluation. Do a personality test and evaluation of yourself. So you should do a personality test. There are various sites where you could do this personality test. If you have done one before, you could also want to measure up your improvement or probably places you need to work on or places you need to do one or two things. So you can do a personality test or a personality evaluation. And one site I can recommend for you is www.16personalities.com. www.16personalities.com. We have a lot of many others. Some are used basically for marketing purpose, but these as a very good way of describing your personality type, your type of person, the things you can work on, how you need to improve on your relationship, how you need to improve on diverse areas of your life. So I did this evaluation some weeks ago and I realized that I've improved a little bit. Like I have this introvert extrovert percentage of 51 to 49%, which normally I would have had more of introverted nature than being an extroverted personality. So you can do a personality test, measure diverse things. Don't just rush and say, I want to learn a skill, I want to go and do this, I want to look for a job, I want to do all of that. The number one thing is you need to look at what's your current state in terms of your personality grade and personality measure. So through these, you can decide on what you need to work on, the kind of career type you need to choose, the kind of things you need to build into, and all of that. So do a personality test or a personality evaluation. Number two is to work on your physical and mental health. Work on your physical and mental health. So probably while on campus, you were stressed out, you had this emotional imbalance, probably because of work or interaction with your lecturers or with your students or the pressure of the work. You were not able to pay attention to your physical health. So you should do a checkup. You should do a checkup on your physical state. Visit a therapist if you really have to. Take meditation session, go on YouTube and look for meditation practices, and then you practice them and come to a better mental state. Number three is to speak to a mentor. Speak to a mentor. So what you really have to do is look for a mentor. I have a video in my YouTube channel, search on how to connect with the right and valuable mentor. So you can search my YouTube videos, your search, and then you would see that video. It will help you a lot if you don't have a mentor. If you have a mentor, probably because of academic work, you have not been able to speak, interact, and talk to them. This is the right time to put a call across to them, greet them properly, approach them normally, and then tell them, oh, sir, this is how far I've gone. I want to move on to this next level. Please, can you give me guidance, counsel that could really help me get to this position? So speak to a mentor and make sure that you build that consistent interaction so that you can get to the next level. Number four is volunteer for a worthy cause. Volunteer for a worthy cause. Volunteering does not mean you need to volunteer all throughout your break period before the semester. You could volunteer for an organization, just tell them, oh, now that I'm on break, I'm willing to volunteer for your organization, probably as a social media strategist or as a social media intern, or probably you want to just intern for an organization of your interest. Maybe, for example, you're a mass communication student. What do you have to do? Go to a radio station or probably study a system, maybe an online radio platform. You could also study how this is done so you can boost your communication. So, volunteer for a worthy cause. A worthy cause could be an NGO, could be an orphanage. Just volunteer for a worthy cause. Number five is to sharpen your skill set. Sharpen your skill set. What are diverse skills that the school would not teach you? This is the time to sharpen that skill. Take courses on Udemy, on Coursera, on Allison. There are a lot of courses you could learn. You could learn language, learn French, learn Spanish, learn German, learn how to speak Portuguese, and you can learn diverse languages. So you can sharpen your skill set in terms of writing, your skill set in terms of digital platform management, your skill set in terms of pushing out trainings. Just sharpen your skill set. Attend trainings, whether for free or paid, that would enable you to do better. And part of the way you can also sharpen your skill set is by reading books. Is by reading books also. By reading books, you learn vocabularies, you boost your brain, you boost your mind, and you are able to develop your mindset. Number six is to begin or finish a personal project. If there are projects that you've started, you've not completed, and as a result of schoolwork, you have not been able to finish up, this is the time to finish them up. You can also begin a personal project like writing an ebook, developing an online course, building a community, setting up a masterclass. Just begin maybe launching your own podcast, launching your YouTube video. You could just begin a personal project. So you could work on a personal project, a project that advances towards your future, towards your personal purpose, that looks towards maybe building something in your career. You can begin and finish a personal project. Number eight is to do a short term work. Do a short term work. And this is always what the mistake a lot of people make. They just intend or pick up a job and they tell them, oh, I want to work for your organization without telling them, oh, I'm a student and this is a period of time for our break and I'm willing to work for you for this period of time. They may choose to make you work with them and not pay you, in one way or the other, you're able to build your CV, or they may give you just something very little. I remember when I did my project work and we were waiting our project defense, I had to go work in a computer institute. All right, I went to work in a computer institute. That was where I learned how to teach people on Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. I learned Corel Draw. I learned Photoshop. I learned a lot of those things. I learned business space, all of those computer center charts. I learned it there. And when I got to the service here, the same thing I learned and the same way I was able to learn how to teach people, I was paid for it to teach someone during my service here. So just do a short term work, build your CV, and then you're able to develop yourself. Are you ready for number eight? Number eight is to study ahead. Study ahead. Now, before you leave for the break, meet those who are colleagues ahead of you, get their previous notes, or maybe make photocopy and begin to read. Begin to read ahead, begin to study, begin to acclimatize yourself with those things that you're about to learn in the new semester. So that when you get into the new semester and the lecturers are saying a lot of things, you will not find it difficult to comprehend. It just appears like revision or clarifying the things that you do not understand. So you can take time to study ahead. And if you understand that you are the type of person that don't really get things easily, it's always difficult to grab things. This is a good time for you to read those notes two times, three times, four times. So when you get to the campus, you are positioning for great academic excellence and your GPA becomes very great. Oh, that reminds me, if you're watching this video right now and you don't even know how to compute your GPA and CGPA, go and watch my YouTube channel right now where I did a detailed step by step, simple process for you to know how to compute your GPA and CGPA. So you'll find that in my YouTube channel. So number 8 again is to study ahead. Study ahead, read ahead. Don't get lazy. Don't be the one that sleep all through, or what you're doing is just watching movies day and night. By the time you resume back and all you have done is just entertainment, you will find out that your mind is so weak to be able to accommodate what will be done on campus. And at the end of the day, you will stress a lot to be able to grab the things that are being done. Number 9 is to attend strategic events. Maybe you attend a private university where you don't have the opportunity to go out of the school and you are restricted to only the events that happen on your campus. This is a time to attend strategic events. Take note, I said strategic events, not just fun fair events, not just events that satisfy your pleasure, but strategic events like conferences that lead towards the places you are looking at. Maybe you want to someday be a medical doctor, you want to someday be a qualified nurse, someday you want to go into, you want to become an educator, or you want to become a public figure. So you attend events that goes towards those areas. Many of them are free conferences, workshops, and sometimes online webinars. So this is the time to pay attention, attend strategic events, take action steps, pick up wisdom principles, and then you get better at it. Number 10 is to learn about corporate networking. Now, I'm not talking about the networking or the diverse ones you'll see on YouTube that say how to ask a lady out to make her want to visit you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about learning corporate networking. How do you communicate with corporates? How do you communicate with top qualified people in your field? How do you communicate with people who have massive results and you want them to open their doors of opportunity for you? You must learn about corporate networking. And one book I would really advise you to read is the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That book would really, really help you so much. You can read it again and again. I've read both the electronic version and I also have the hard copy. So learn about corporate networking. How do you interact with corporates? How do you link up with corporates? How do you link up to great executives? How do you link up to those who are high there in your area of in your area of interest or in your industry? So you learn about corporate networking. Do you want me to go to the next? Oh yes. Number 11 is to learn sales. Whether you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a public speaker, you want to be a broadcaster, you want to be an accountant, you must learn sales. The sales of knowing how to sell your gift, how to sell your service, how to sell your product, how to sell your experience, how to sell. You must just learn how to sell. The school would not teach you this, but you must learn it. Okay, you can watch videos of people like Paul Fo. You can just go to YouTube and search Paul Fo. Go to YouTube and search Trisha Bees, or go to Instagram and search for Trisha Bees. You would learn about sales from these people. These ones I can recommend. You can learn from sales and from Seth Godin. You can also learn from people like yes, Seth Godin is an amazing salesperson. Grant Cardone is also an amazing salesperson. So you can learn from them. So there are books I may want to recommend that you read. You can read the book How to Sell to Nigerians by Akin Alabi. You can learn Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. You can learn This is Marketing by Seth Godin. Seth is Sethgodin. You can also watch the videos of Seth Godin. So it helps you to be an amazing salesperson. And don't just learn sales practices, learn to look for means to practice them. So this is what interning does for you. Decide to be in the sales department. Tell them you want to be there for free and do a lot of sales practices, and you begin to learn the skill for free. Number 11 is to read about global economy. Read about the global economy. Get them. Don't get so fixated to reading blogs, and you get so minded about blogs. Look at what's happening to celebrities, and you are not even a celebrity yourself. Okay, you are just reading diverse news, scandals, you are going to online forums, read about global economy, look at the things that is happening in the global space. What is being said in the world power, what's being said in the seat of authority, in the world seat of authority, what's happening in places like the UAE, what's happening in the places like China, what's happening in the places like the United States, what's the decision being taken in the United Kingdom. A lot of people wait until when they are done with school and they want to travel abroad to start learning first world practices. No, the fact that maybe right now you are listening to me and you are probably in the third world nation, never let the third world mentality hinder you from the first world throne. Never let the third world mentality hinder you from the first world throne. So you should begin to learn first world practices. Well, how do they think? How do they relate? What's their concept? What's their ideology? So you read about global economy and you read about first world practices. Number 13 is to stay updated with new rules and what's up with your campus. Don't just get so fixated, just you just know what's happening at home and you don't know what's the update. You do not ask colleague what's up with school. Is there any new regulation? Is there any new rule decided by the Senate? Is there any new thing we need to look into? Maybe as you're resuming back to school, they are saying you should have conducted a COVID test and you must come with that COVID test result before you'll be permitted into the campus. And you don't know this news, or they told you you must ensure that you are vaccinated, and we want to see the card of your vaccination before you are allowed into the school. So you should stay updated with the things happening on campus. Maybe the school fees is increased, maybe diverse things are happening and you may need to readjust. So you stay updated with new rules and what's up with your campus. Number 14 is to prepare. All right, 1 week, 2 weeks before you resume, begin to document all of the things you want to resume with. Don't wait until 2 days, 3 days. That's when you now start saying, oh, I need this. Oh, I forgot this. And most especially if you're a female, if you are female, you know you need this even much more. You need to sit well on this table and ensure that you prepare maximally. It's not that after resuming, you now begin to say, oh, I forgot to come with it. I forgot. This is the time to sit down, prepare your notes, prepare your material, prepare your groceries, prepare your clothing, and then you make massive preparation before you come into the new semester. Number 15 is pay attention to your spiritual life. Pay attention to your spiritual life. Spirituality is key, and our world that we live in is vastly governed by the spiritual space. Now, everything you see happen in the physical first originated in the spiritual. So you could take certain times of retreat, you sit down, you study the scriptures, you take time to really, really pray about your spiritual life, gain experiences, inspiration, ideologies that would be able to build you more spiritually. Don't just get there and then you just sleep, wake up, you do nothing about your spiritual life, you do not pray, you do not connect with a realm beyond the physical realm. It will limit the extent of your growth. So let me go over it again. 15 things you should do before every semester as an undergraduate student. Number one is to do a personality test or evaluation, work on your physical and mental health. Number three, speak to a mentor. Number four, volunteer for a worthy cause. Number five, sharpen your skill set. Number six, begin or finish a personal project. Seven, do a short-term work. Number eight, study ahead. Number nine, attend strategic events. Number 10, learn about corporate networking. Number 11, learn sales. 12, read about global economy and first world practices. Number 13, stay updated with new rules and what's up with your campus. Number 14, prepare. Number 15, pay attention to your spirituality. I hope you got value from this video. I hope you got so much value from this video. Yes, I know you did. Please do well to like this video. It means a lot to me. Comment, share this video with your friends, and do well to subscribe. Do well to subscribe to this channel. If you have not done so, go right now to the subscribe button and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and then we would have the ability to know when I drop the next valuable video. If you have any questions or you want me to answer any of your questions, you can write it there. You can drop it right there. And if you're just meeting me for the very first time, I'm Abiodun Mustafa. I'm an educator, a lecturer in one of the universities in Africa. And I just keep wanting to help people like you develop more valuable and to be more profitable, and then to seem to be very profitable and productive with their life. So till I come your way again, remain phenomenal and keep making impact. Bye bye.